Warrior 6, they traveled out to a strange bunch of wreckage that led to a strange military base filled with a gigantic nuclear warhead and filled with a whole other place behind it that was terribly destroyed and filled with strange-looking dudes. Now they found themselves following a strange voice that was speaking through Eddie and beckoning them down a lonesome road. This is Fallout New Vegas.
Welcome back. Zoop, zoop. There we are. We'll do a quick save, and we will head on out. As I said, in between videos, I would do some inventory management. Did exactly that. Even repaired up our stuff, too. And actually cleared out the commissary of most of its caps. Let's see, now. Let's head on out over here, and we'll explore around a bit. Let's see. Dude, they got the Morrowind whistling wind? Oh, fuck! Look at this guy! What the hell? Uh-oh. Eddie, how much damage do you do with that taser? I feel like not a whole bunch. Okay. Let's look around here. What have we got? Military shipping crate with a whole bunch of rockets. Gonna pass on them. Got a whole bunch of energy ammo. I guess I'll take it. We can go back in and sell it, I guess. Got some MREs. Yeah, I literally did actually clear out the supply of caps at the commissary to the point that I was like, well, I guess I'll just buy some of the 50 cal that they sell here. Which is why we actually ended up getting a little bit more encumbrance. Because I bought some stuff. Let's see, let's head on back in. Here we are. And let's get rid of these. There we are. Good, good, good. Now, apologies as well. I suppose at this point it's a little self-evident, right? But for the next roughly week or 7 days or so, expect some shorter videos, a string of shorter videos, on account of the fact that I am somewhat unrelated to, but I don't know, maybe it gets me Mother's Day points, right? But I will be helping out my mom clean out and move around a whole bunch of stuff throughout the week, so I'm going to have limited time because I'm actually devoting a lot of my time to that. So apologies in advance for the shorter vids and perhaps even more sporadic and erratic upload times than usual, which already I am a little sporadic and erratic when it comes to that. Let's see. So we looked around here. Oh, this. I have not seen this. Back over here. What is this even pointing to? Missile base, loading, station. Okay. What am I looking? Oh, this. Got some jet. Toolboxes filled with nails, steady, conductor. An atomic cocktail. I'll take the booze too. I guess that's alright. That is an easy lock, but unfortunately that breaks our rule. Conversely, we can just go around. Right, we can just go around this. In fact, I think we were up in here, no? Okay. Got some energy ammo. I'm gonna pass on it. We're just too encumbered with ammunition that we actually use. And as nice as it would be to have more caps to get more upgrades, now that we're in Lonesome Road, like we're about to do all of the toughest challenges that the game has ever set forth, and arguably we've already done them in the form of the legendary enemy encounters, you know? So we've kind of got a good setup to just see us through to the end of the game. So if we have the opportunity to get the implants and all of that, I'll do it. But I'm not like married to the idea. It's a little unnecessary. Man, a whole bunch of different landmines there. Speaking of stuff that would be worth a bunch of money. I do think that there's the double-edged blade of the Jsawyer mod, wherein I appreciate that it's significantly tougher, you know? But I can't lie, I like leveling up. I really miss getting a lot of XP. I almost wish that it nerfed XP rates even further than it already does, to where at least, you know, sure, maybe the level cap is still 35, but I'm at least still getting XP on kill and getting, what do you call it, level ups, the fun, satisfying ka-ching noise. I feel like that's so crucial. You know, I miss it so much. Or I guess there's no ka-ching noise in New Vegas, right? The, like, distant explosion sound effect, I should say. It's weird to have it missing. So we've looped around here. Okay. Have I explored everything out here? There's a stop sign. That is a hard lock, but there's a route over there. There's another marker on the wall. Did I check out everything in this blown out little commercial area? God, the sound of the barrel rolling around was a little scary. I thought one of them popped out and tried to blast me. I guess I'll take some of the 12 ammo, because we do actually have the pistol. Okay, pork and beans, tin can, sure. An arc welder, Legion money, I'll take it. Huh. Plunger. Okay. Yeah, I think we checked everything here. Okay, let's proceed forward. I guess the real question is, where should we proceed forward from? Because we've got over here, we could go through this rubble, or we could go over there. And you know, they both lead to the same place, and you can double back over and check them both. Like we had said, Lonesome Road is fairly linear. Especially relative to what we just went through at Old World Blues. Okay. Oh, look, there's some platforming we could partake in. Gun case is locked. That's a no-go for me. Did I check down this lower level? Got some ammo. But all for ammo types I don't necessarily... Well, there's some 12. I'm gonna leave it, though. We're just full up on too much shit. Okay. Let's try and make this jump. I'm gonna quick save. There we go. You don't even need to jump it. You just run. Got a bunch of rockets. That is inaccessible. Now, can I do a fun, like, leap of faith maneuver here? Oh, you can. Well. Are there any M&Ms out there? Markedmen? Oh, shit. Okay. There's a warhead right down there. I don't see any more hostiles. This is the section that we blew open. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll just follow the road here. There was this section where, yeah, you can get inside. Marked men guard outpost. Okay. Fixing things. Recycle energy cells. No, thank you. Reloading bench. Can I do anything here? Yeah, I'll break down some of the government rounds. And then can I cook up like 50 cal? I can. I can make 3 of them. Shipping crate. Sorted ammos. Ammos. Okay. Metal box. Stim packs. I'm gonna pass on them. Bunch of flour. Fission batteries. Braxo. Cherry bombs. I guess I'll take one. Just for fun. Anything in the pot? Whoa, it's filled with grenades. Okay. Sure. Over here. Anything in that? No, did I check your body? I did not. You had a plasma defender as well. There's a red marker there. Ah, basement. Something inside. Oh no, there's not. It's just blood and gore. Okay. Do they do this? Is this what the marked men do? They like flay people alive and like strip them clean? I guess so. Service rifle, 5.56. First aid box. I'll take the Med-X. Leave the rest. Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor. There we go. Oh, also to clarify my statements earlier, Mother's Day in the United States. I know, it's separate times, right? And, I don't know, speaking for myself, it always scares me whenever I hear someone else refer to Mother's Day and they're talking about one that is in a different region, right? We gotta just, like, agree on changing it to just one day. Globally. Okay. It's too fucking stressful. It's too fucking stressful to hear someone say Mother's Day and then, like, you get a little skittish. You fucking clench up a little bit like, fuck, did I forget? Okay. Can I not get up this? I guess not. I'm gonna try and go up and around. Is it worth doing? There we go. Is there a reason to... Oh, fuck. Gotcha. There's a couple coming over here, huh? Gonna reload while I have the opportunity. Oh yeah, there you are. Holy shit. Okay. Good. Let's see, I need to take some healing. What do I want? Do the MREs heal you for a lot? Shit, the bloatfly sliders do. I'm gonna eat a couple of them, actually. And I'll take a Hydra. Okay. Legion money. Guess I'll take it. Banana yucca. I guess I'll take the food. That way we have it as a backup for healing. Okay, so we came from over there. This is the other side. Locked up on a hard lock. Anything good in here? Mangled dead bodies. Military shipping crates, a few MREs, I'll take them. Okay, what all is good for healing here? Pork and beans is actually not bad. Yeah. It does make you thirsty. But I guess that's okay. Sure. Here, and this loops back to where we were. Should I blow that up right now? No, I think I'll leave it undetonated for now. As sort of a marker for where I need to go. We'll just systematically clear out these areas. Turning off my Pip-Boy light. We got a dude on the radar somewhere. Okay. Shit. Okay. Are they up top? No. There you are. Gotcha. Oh yeah, this was something that someone wrote in about. I actually forgot. But I was told about this as well the first time I went through many years ago. First time I went through Lonesome Road. Is that true enough throughout the DLC? If you pay attention, I think it's oftentimes like on the horizon and all of that in different areas. But you can actually see like the character model physically of Ulysses like chilling out somewhere and watching you as he speaks, and then like he'll disappear as you get closer or whatever. Am I too close to this? I feel like I was just out of the kill range. I feel like I was just out of range of getting blown the fuck up. Okay. Look at all this stuff. I can't believe it didn't annihilate all the wood. What is this fucking wood made out of? Lead? Jeez. Okay. Anything else around here? Oh, I can maybe climb this? Is this a trailer that I can enter? And is it worth entering? It looks like it. On both counts. Yeah. Little place to snooze. Couple MREs. Warehouse stash key. Oh, fuck. What is the warehouse stash? Is it the one with the commissary? Is that what we're talking about? Or is it a different warehouse? You can fast travel here, right? I think so. Shocking amount of platforming in this DLC. I don't remember all this, but it's kind of fun. At this point, we've gotten decent at doing some platforming. We're a long way since our time screwing around on the Bison Steve at Prim. By the way, did you see that Prim in real life and the Bison Steve equivalent, which is called the Buffalo Bill, yeah, unfortunately, I guess named Buffalo Bill Hotel, it's not doing well, as is the case with a lot of the Vegas tourist destinations, right? I don't know if you knew about this, but recently, in roughly the past year or so, the United States has had kind of a hit to its international reputation, right? And a lot less people have been wanting to visit here, at least tourists, you know, speaking on a tourist level. A lot less people have been wanting to visit, in particular, like, very specific parts of the country. People haven't been too keen on. Oh, shit. But, Vegas has been one of them, wherein they've kind of, they've had to readjust their business model, and part of it, from what I've heard people say, is that part of it has also been, like, in the works, and this has just, like, accelerated it. But on the periphery, you get stuff like Prim, where it was kind of like this mini Vegas without being Reno, right? Or Atlantic City, I guess. And it's not doing well. A lot of its little attractions and all of that are petering out. The last of its hotels, I think, is it the hotel or the casino, or maybe hotel casino combo? They're closing down in like the next 2 months from when this video is recorded. It's a little sad, but on the flip side, it gets us one step closer to the falloutification of Prim, which, you know, is a bit of a glib joke to make in light of a bunch of people losing their livelihood, you know, so maybe let's chill the fuck out about that, right? We're involving real people who are just, like, trying to live. Got a sniper rifle there. All right, let's check down here. But yeah, that's one of the things I've heard as well, is not only on a reputational level, the United States, but also, you know, in some ways you could say it's linked. In some way these problems are linked together. But the global economy is kind of getting fucked up, and a lot of people are a little, you know, weary of spending their money on too many things that would otherwise be luxuries, like vacationing, gambling in Las Vegas, right? And so Vegas is kind of taking a big hit, but look, maybe warehouse stash key, I see. Goes up there. But what they have done is, this is what I've heard, is that a lot of places, maybe not every place, but a lot of places in Vegas are sort of pivoting their business model to, oh, a log from Ulysses. Okay. Oh, I can't even go up this. But they're pivoting their business model to begin catering to substantially wealthier clientele. You know, it used to be that Vegas had like notoriously cheap hotels. Like, this was even before my time. But it used to be Vegas was set up to attract, like, you know, almost like what we see here in the game. Working class people, you know, people who work a fucking 9 to 5 and all of that stuff, or even people who work like grueling ass jobs, or even folks on like entry level work. And true enough, it did prey upon them. It did prey upon these people in the hopes of luring folks in with like affordable lodging, you know, fun amenities, all in the under the auspices of getting you sucked into gambling and spending significantly more money gambling. But, you know, people have wizened up and are now gambling online. And are now gambling all their money away online with, like, predictive betting and gachapon. They're spending all their money on that fucking MiHoYo verse. But regardless, joking aside, instead what they've done is the sort of video gamification of a real world location of Vegas, in that they're making Fallout New Vegas now. They're sort of catering to the whales. They're you know, whales as they exist in like video games. Oh shit, that can't be good. I like that though. That's very neat. Damn, you throwing it at me? You're fucking throwing it? Oh my god. That motherfucker threw a flare at me. Maybe that wasn't a flare though. Okay. But yeah, they're catering to the whales, where a whole lot of the events that do go on and attractions there are meant to lure in a lot more of the ritzier clientele who have a lot more money to spend, because they are the ones who, well, they have a lot more money to spend because they're the fucking, like, 1% and shit. You know, like, one of the, I saw a interview, I think it was it Perfect Union who did it, in fact? Where they were speaking to people who just work, like, retail jobs and work hospitality, or even do, like, rideshare gig work. in Vegas, and they were speaking on how they're getting more events similar to Formula One, sort of taking over the city, and specifically selling out like super high-priced Formula One tickets for people to like go see it on the strip as the like F1 cars race down the strip, and they sell it out in person, and they get a whole bunch of people like fly in, you know, just to watch it, rather than sort of like the usual clientele who would show up in Vegas. They're catering to the whales. Okay. Let's do a quick save here. Am I in stealth right now? Did I kill that one right there? No, I didn't. Killed him that time, though. Fucking shooting that big-ass arc welder. If you shoot the backpack, does that count as weapon damage? I don't think it does, but maybe? How was that a miss? Am I hitting, like, weird collision with the rubble? Okay, there we go. Good, good, good. Let's proceed up here. I can take another anti-material rifle and repair it into mine. I wonder if it was even the explosion that killed me and not just getting hit with a 50 cal rifle blast. Got a flamer. Some NCR moolah. Spent fuel, flamer fuel. Stim pack I'll take, I guess. Marked beast helmet. How does it look? Because it looks like Linnaeus's hat. But is it really? Oh, I see. It's just the upper part, sort of. I don't know, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Taking the 50 cal. Marked men base. Oh, great. There aren't that many marked men for it being their base. I feel, at least. There's another warhead we can pop. Oh, look. They made some little, like, yurts out of concrete rubble. Okay. More rockets. Hard lock on the ammo box. Sure. Anything else around here? Sorry, let me adjust my mic a bit. Apologies. Flamer fuel there. They pooping in the tires? Are those like makeshift poop buckets? I wonder if they even poop for real. Man, they load you up with a lot of the rocket canisters for the red glare. No wonder this DLC was kind of trivial my last time through, because I was running with explosives, I think. Okay. Wow, more rockets. 45, 5mm. I'm surprised we aren't seeing a lot of 50 cal. You know? Oh, I'd been up here. Okay. Is the one place I have yet to go through the Warhead? Maybe? Okay. Well, let's pop it. Gonna quick save in case we get some other terrible monster popping out. Fucking Left 4 Dead ass car alarm going off. Feeling like I just alerted the horde. Okay. Let's proceed over here. On solid ground. Of course, collapsed overpass tunnel entrance. I can circle back around here and go up top. Looks like there may be a treasure here. Right, this looks very deliberately designed to get me to go somewhere. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe, I'm just recognizing some patterns where there are none. Okay. Sure. Can I go down here without getting killed? Okay, this looks like this sort of texture, and it's lit up in such a way that it looks like the sort of thing that if your character walks over it, you fall through it and die immediately. It's like a chasm. It's a kill zone. Oh, here we go. More rockets, of course. Mentats, Stimpack. Meh. Nothing for me, really. That's fine, though. Can I ascend here? No shot. No shot. Okay, how about here? Up the billboard. No, it says keep out, which of course means we need to go in. How about over here on the left? Look at that. Now this looks promising. Huh? Or is that by, Ulysses's little campsite? Holy shit, okay, this is... You were not meant to be on this. Okay, never mind. Never mind, false alarm, false alarm. Let's get out here before we get stuck in the environment. Okay. Good. Okay. Anything in this garbo? Large destroyed book. Keep out. Duffel bag, though, with an MRE. And a stealth boy, some caps, I'll take them. Oh, this is an interior. I'm entering collapsed overpass tunnel. This is where we encountered the little freaky guys.
Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
This kind of hits different in 2026, right? Talking about the perceived sentience and consciousness of Eddie and something that is even, like, described as being lesser than AI, than artificial intelligence. Which in some ways, well, no, Eddie ain't an LLM, right? Eddie doesn't employ an LLM as far as I know. Whitley was really protective of his iBots, huh? I can't believe they'd approve that. I've met enough robots to know that they're more than just machines. Let's press on. We got a lot of ground to cover. Whitley was really protective of his iBots, huh? I can't believe they'd approve that. I've met enough robots to know that they're more than just machines. Big deal. You're a glorified computer. Why bother switching you off to improve you? He sounds more like a father than an inventor in these logs. He must have... It's a little on the nose. He must have tried to change things. He doesn't seem like the type to let that slide. Let's press on. We got a lot of ground to cover. If you ask me, Whitley got too invested. It's just robot research, not having a kid. Huh. Big deal. You're a glorified computer. I can see why you left that place then. I hope those bastards got what was coming to them. Let's press on. We've got a lot of ground to cover. You only can be sympathetic toward Eddie. Okay. Well, let's press on. Maybe my courier doesn't recognize robots as people. Okay. Why is it so fucking loud? Why is it so damn loud? Let's head over here. Sounded like it was like screaming right into my ear hole. What the fuck? Okay. Sure, what am I looking at over here? Little military crate. Eddie is scared. Eddie, are you capable of fear? Bravo team mission orders. Couple flashbangs, stuns or dazes. Oh, you know what? I didn't listen to what's his name's log either. Okay. Bravo team mission orders. At 0600 hours, Bravo team will conduct sweep and clear operations in advance of the main force. Early intelligence suggests the tunnels are only sparsely populated by small subterranean semi-humanoids, which are easily cowed by bright light and loud noises. Bravo team has been issued flashbang grenades for this purpose, and is expected to meet minimal resistance. And let's listen to the log from earlier.
Emptiness here, like the sands of the Great Salt Lake, echoed. The beating in the divide sky, like storm drums of the White Legs. Ran with them on the salt beds at Kaisar's command. Cut the throats of the two-headed bear, cut all communities off. Use storm, sky, disease, fire, starvation, and the violence of the ignorant to ruin all who could. Might stand against him. But the White Legs, they couldn't live on their own like most scavengers. So gave them purpose, turned their hunger into a weapon. The wall of New Canaan, too high for Kaisar, too proud maybe. Or maybe something there from his past that needed killing. Memory of Graham. Helped them dig out Canaan's supply caches and other secrets the sands hid. Bunkers filled with powered weapons even the Brotherhood might desire. They call these new weapons storm drums in the firing of shells. Taught them the power in the casings to channel the spirits in their guns. Me, they called me the flag bearer. Glory in my hand, in my staff that still bore the weight of the old world, just as the symbol on my back did. I learned their weapons as a means of respect, and when it came their turn to pay respect to me, history came rushing back. Can't escape what's been done. History's there, no matter how far you walk.
Yeah, just as before with some of the other DLC, a lot of interconnectivity. Fun to have more light shed on what went on with Honest Hearts. Okay. Anything else around here? I actually don't remember the little tunneler dudes being that difficult. Maybe they were, though, and I'm just misremembering. Oh, dear. Am I going the right way? I think so. There we go. Fire truck. Damn, the headlight being on is cool. Okay. Green. Is that where they poop? Oh, wait, can't you, like, close those up or something? Hang on. Let's see here. I'm gonna throw some dynamite in it. Yeah, can you close these? No, you cannot. My mistake. Sorry, Eddie. Okay. Oh, no. I'm scared too, Eddie. I'm so scared. These things are pooping in here. Let's see. I'll take some of that. More MREs. Good. And then, high road. Fun. I remember fighting more down here in these tunnels. Weird. Maybe I just haven't gotten to it yet? Okay, let's quick save. Sure. Anything over this way? Got a generator here? Oh, do I need to turn this on? To power something? It's lit in such a way to imply that I'll interact with it somehow. Emergency kit, Rad-X, flare gun. Maybe I should take the flare gun and use it. Yeah, doesn't it freak out the tunnelers in some way? I've got to take the booze here too. Okay. I would imagine any sort of incendiary will do the trick. Oh yeah, you don't even fight in here. Huh. Why do I remember fighting in this? Maybe there's a different tunnel section not too dissimilar. Okay. Head on to the high road. Unless there's something in there I missed.
You went quiet for a time. Knew killing the bear wouldn't prove easy. You and your machine, you survived. There's a lesson here in the divide. Old world history about paving and intentions could teach the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it. Nipton. Elsewhere.
You've got a better way? At least they're trying to help the Mojave. I'm not interested in your politics. You've got a better way?
Yes, and any courier could tell you the same. See it everywhere. The bear. Bear's too busy carving up the Mojave with knives, roads, borders, and how things should be, to see how it is. They're stretched thin. Can't protect their front lines, their towns. Think paper's power, radio means control. All of it useless. No matter now, Bear couldn't hold the divide. You and that machine are all that remains of NCR here. Rest fell to radiation, fire, and what burrows below.
What burrows below? You mean those creatures in the underpass? Those marked men in Hopeville? Some had strange masks and blades I'd never seen before. NCR. Those soldiers in Hopeville were once NCR, I'm sure of it. Why were they with the Legion? I found some recordings from you in Hopeville. If this is the high road, where does it lead? I'm not interested in talking, I only want to know where to head next. Let's do the NCR check. Those soldiers were once NCR, I'm sure of it. Why were they with the Legion?
You see true, not scavengers. It's what they wore before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived, intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
NCR. NCR would have needed this supply line to open to reinforce the Mojave and Hoover Dam. Why did NCR want to keep the route open? This place was important to the Legion? I assume that there's a bunch of Legion reactivity here as well in this DLC, but is there any Robert House reactivity? Like if you're a House-aligned courier? Does that happen at all? I feel like it wouldn't. You know, House doesn't really factor into what world building they're pulling on here for Lonesome Rhoda. House is a lot more, like, secondary. NCR would have needed this supply line open to reinforce the Mojave and Hoover Dam. Or if anything, maybe tertiary, not just secondary. Say that.
The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think that our world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Kaiser could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
What kind of fucking courier are you, dude? Right? I mean, also, granted, what kind of fucking courier am I, really? To get into all this shit, and for you to get into all this shit. Look, it makes sense when I do it. I got shot in the head. What's your excuse? What were the creatures in the underpass?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect, below.
Could you imagine you just, like, carry on conversation at the post office with, like, a mailman or someone working the post office, even, like, a clerk or whatever, someone working the front desk, and they talk like this? They use this, like, cadence with this sort of vernacular. Like, what the fuck are we doing? They speak with such, like a grim and foreboding cadence and all of that, making it seem as if there's so much extra meaning to all that they have to say. That's fucking wild. All right, science 16 out of 65. Are you saying they were here before all this destruction? Survival 35. When you say slower death for the Mojave, you mean they're spreading out from the divide. I've never seen creatures like that before now. Right, this is what we had talked about before with the murder cloud at the Sierra Madre, that the DLC kind of introduces a few threats like this that, left unchecked, could, true enough, be like spelling the doom for civilization here, and if it continues to spread, just everywhere. You know, the cloud, perhaps you could make an argument for if the think tank, if you let them run amok, and the tunnelers. When you say slower death for the Mojave, you mean they're spreading out from the divide.
Death will come from below. In the divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups, more than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave, once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
Survival 35. Denver hounds? Denver's far to the east. Legion territory. I'll say that.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east, too, before the bull came. Then, much like Mojave before the bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
Well, those marked men in Hopeville. Some had strange masks and blades I'd never seen before.
They bear false versions of Legate Beneus's masks. The one Kaisar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
So they're not like mindless then, or at least not completely. Other marked men had NCR gear, and they weren't carrying masks or blades.
For the two-headed bear, NCR, they don't have symbols in the same way Legion does. They revere their mines and explosives, guns. That is their religion. Death from afar. Take pride in it.
Okay. I mean, they do, right? The NCR definitely has, like, symbols and shit like that, and like little doodads and knickknacks that carry meaning, you know? If they're meant to be a stand-in for, like, the United States government in some ways, meant to be, like, metaphor and allegory for it. They definitely have that. I mean, he just said two-headed bear. Like, that's one of the symbols. You know, they have uniforms. They go around with uniforms. They have certain weapons that they use, right? Lord knows they fucking love sandbags, right? They have maybe the most iconic and coolest looking armor in all of Fallout canon, right? The NCR Elite Ranger armor and all of that. They 100% have like iconography and all of that. I would guess this is just to sort of acknowledge, right? This was done after the models were finished. The dialogue was written and voiced after the models were finished. This is like, okay, how come they don't have the same way that the Legion marked men have like Linnaeus's stuff that vaguely resembles Linnaeus? Why don't they have anything that vaguely resembles like NCR's elite troops or even some of their like top brass? You know, they have military uniforms and whatnot. And this is why. They probably just ran out of time. They probably just didn't have enough time to implement it all, because it 100% would track. You know, it would 100% make sense. His excuse is that they just don't have it? Okay. I found some recordings from you in Hopeville.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road. On its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them. Nothing but ramblings. Reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
Speech 75. You wouldn't have recorded those messages if they didn't matter to you.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter, if history matters, we'll see at the end of the road.
Well, if this is the high road, where does it lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine I'm with you, it can open it, wake it up.
Asheville.
Like it did the one in Hopeville.
Hopeville? Asheville? The Divide? Okay. Perception 6. You have a lot of hate for the robot with me. I can hear it in your voice. I don't know if I can. I would just say that he just sounds like this. He just sounds like he's LARPing as Batman. I can hear it in your voice. Why do you hate this robot so much?
Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum.
Platinum.
You're a machine. It's just a tool, made of wreckage of the Divide. All that was brought here.
Okay. When we first spoke in Hopeville, you mentioned you'd sworn not to kill me. Why?
You know the why of it. If you don't, I do. And that's enough. Shows trust only walks so far west. Earned more than that, though, getting this far. We walk the same road, carry the same colors. Can't break that by making the road red. Want more than that? Walk the Divide. Answers will come. Closer you get to home. You and that machine.
Well, this road leads nowhere. There's nothing in the Divide. I've never been here before, at least not from this road. This road leads nowhere.
Many in the Mojave think the Divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the Divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the Divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
We're really, like, evoking Death Stranding here, or I guess the other way around, right? We're getting... fucking Sam Porter Bridges would have gotten along maybe, well, at the very least, interestingly, with Courier 6 and Ulysses, huh? What makes you think this leads home? So you're saying I walked this road once from another direction, from west to east to home. You keep saying that as if you know where I was born. You don't. So you're saying I walked this road once from another direction.
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the Divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the Divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
Right. I do like the way in which Ulysses is revealed more and more to sort of have this, I guess, parasocial relationship with Courier 6, right? That's probably the best way to describe it. Ulysses is very parasocially involved with Courier 6. In that some of this, it almost sounds as if Ulysses loves Courier 6, or at the very least, like, reveres, well, maybe at the very most, reveres the Courier. You know, thinking of them as, like, a mentor or teacher, because he fixated on them and their actions, even when they didn't really pay any fucking attention to him, you know? I find that super fascinating and super compelling. Alright, I've walked a lot of hard roads, Mojave and before. Doesn't mean anything. You're crazy. Your head's messed up worse than the divide. You should have been able to be like, your head's messed up worse than mine. Whatever you believe happened, you have it wrong. I've walked a lot of hard roads, Mojave and before. It doesn't mean anything.
It means everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside, that speaks to what you are, proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
You're still making assumptions about all this. There is no other supply line to the Mojave beyond the Long 15. Maybe you should tell me what happened. Maybe you should just tell me what happened.
NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought
Bearing
by blade,
messages.
others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun, and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
Okay. Thanks for that, Eddie. Let's see. Can I go back down here? Did I miss anything in this place? I really remembered fighting in here, but I guess fucking not. Alright, well. I suppose we'll call it here for now. Like I had said, we'll have some shorter ones. I guess I'll also stash some stuff onto Eddie as we make our way along the high road. I remember there being a bit of a scary jump scare here, right, on the high road. I think we're getting kind of like, we're like at the halfway point of the DLC, aren't we? I think? Fuck, I don't remember. I don't fucking remember. Alright, when next we return though, the high road, we're walking into the sun. Until next time, please take care of each other.